Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 11 on the TOS Bridge. I did do some last week when I felt good enough, but I've been sick. My wife's sick, and it's like, it's just our grandson who is in pre-K and all that, and then my granddaughter got shots last week, so a couple weeks ago, and whatever he or she or they gave us, man, it's been kicking our behind hard. Just a lot of coughing, all that, but we're getting better. It's slowly getting there. So there's that. And I tried to do what I could last week when I could. Also, on top of that, I got a couple of client builds going on. I think you've seen a couple of them, but that's taking up pretty much the week. I try to focus on my client builds during the week, and then if I get a point on them that I can do something else with the bridge, I do. But Saturdays right now is my main build day on the bridge. So with that, I have got some electronics started, playing with the fiber optics, painting the consoles, adding the consoles screens, doing that. But I took a good bit of advice from Mr. Lou Damasio. Lou over at Aztec Dummy. I'm sorry I messed that up. I know how to say it, but this cold's got me. And I was watching this video today, and he brought up a very good point that sometimes you get so going on different things on the project, you forget what you're actually trying to get done. And I took his advice, and I cleared off the bench, and I started focusing more on what I need to get done. So I did a lot of this today. I did a lot more work on the main gear and the two panels beside it, so I can start getting that built and coming around. So that's the plan. Don't get distracted by other little bit of stuff you got to get done. Focus on getting this part finished all the way, or at least to that point that you can get glue it onto the floor and then keep going. But don't bounce. So there's that. Thank you, Lou. Really appreciate that. That was a great bit of advice. So with that, if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Click on the little bell, every time I upload. Again, thank you guys. It's amazing. We're at 512 now. I really appreciate that. It is very humbling and very heartwarming. Thank you. Also, if you guys see me doing something in the video or see me doing something and the other videos are recorded, or you have a question about a kit you're doing, or you need some help trying to muddle through something or figure something out, or hey Buck, what do you think about this? Please email me at bucktmoore@gmail.com or put it in the comment section. Also in the comment section, hey Buck, good job. Buck, okay, it works. Yeah, okay, I wouldn't have gone that way, but it works. Or Buck, no said with the head shake, right? Put that in the comment section, and I answer within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, let's go to the bench and see what I was able to do while I was sick. Good morning. Gonna start with the main gear today. Got everything taped off so I can get this blue the blue trim done. And yeah. So looking through the pictures, I thought it was more of a light blue, but the more I looked through the set pictures and did best, I think it was a little darker. So I'm gonna go with flat blue, and I'm gonna see how it looks and go from there. So I've already got everything loaded. And again, just like everything else, just don't be in a hurry. See if I can get it down where you guys can see it, right? Might need a little bit more. Haven't used my flat blue in a while, and I had to add some thinner to get it liking me again. So, there we go. Okay. And there we go. And then make sure you turn it around a few times to make sure you get the inside of it too. So, and I probably could have just hand brushed, but why the heck do I want to do that? I don't want a hand brush. And my goal is to get this almost 100% done today. That's my goal. We'll see how it goes, but that's it. So let me get this finished taken care of, guys, and I'll come back when I start on something else. Alright, I had to go out and make the holes just slightly bigger, and I just had to make it that much slightly bigger. And now, still waiting on the top. I had to glue it again, but that's okay. So, what I'm going to do this time now is, with these, I don't go outrageous when I cut these, but I don't go skimpy either. Because I will tell you one thing, the minute you think it's long enough and you get it all in there and get it done, then it just, yeah, then, you know. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting a bunch of these, because I'm going to need a few. So let me get them cut out, and then we'll come back and start getting them put in. Alright, well, I've got them cleaned out again, and I've got the pieces cut. So basically, first thing I'm doing is just trying to get them all in place, and hopefully, you know, they fit. So, sorry about that. Got a message. It's okay. I can check it here in a second. Sometimes you can do it that way, or you might have to actually use your fingers. I got the holes pretty well cleared out. Now I just have to make sure these guys start going in, and sometimes that can be a nice little puzzle in its own. Sometimes. But just trying to get these. So if it gets too hard, I got a drill on my little hand driller. I got a good bit on my little hand driller. And I'll go in with it just to widen it up a little bit more. And then I check and make sure it's coming through. And what I mean by that, I'm looking to see if my drill, but there it goes. Okay, there we go. And take it out very easily. I'll blow on it. And let's try this yet again. And check it out. There we go. I am not gluing anything yet. I'm just getting them in, as you can see. No, like I said, there is no really... I didn't try to cut them to length right at the start, because I want to have some of that good working area. And I don't want to start gluing or putting anything down, because I'm not there yet. So, and as you can see, they start to fall, because I must be a little bit too big. So what I might have to do, and I'm not wanting to yet, but I might have to, is get the top row down, and then I can go on from there. But I wanted to try to, because you look at the back of it, there is not much space to work with, and I just really don't want to, I want to do it all at once and not go crazy with it. But I'll see where I can get. And sometimes you can go easier through the back, sometimes, but then I keep losing my place. So I come back up here, and just like that. Okay, that one's in, and let's go for the next one. And like I said, sometimes you might have to use your tweezers a bit. Oh man. Alright, give me a few minutes, guys. Let me make sure everything's good. Alright guys, I went back through and got them drilled out a little bigger on this one, and then I found the one that I planned on the fiber optic for the smaller areas. But first thing first, before I even start doing that, there's one thing I want to do first. I'm going to get the helm on, just the bottom, and I need to decide where I want to, you know, put where I want to have my power run. And for me, a lot of times, really, just I follow the injection line. And okay, lovely. So now that is ready to go, and I can start doing wire. But also, I need to make a hole in here that I can run all that through. I'm sorry, see if you can see there. So I got to make one down in here. Now the fun part of that is like where? Well, the really good thing is, I guess I shouldn't have glued that on first. Huh. Okay, that's good. Just trying here. Yeah, shoot. I didn't want to have to do that. It's alright. Alright, there we go. Good. Easy. So, I'm going to drill a hole in here, and I'm not going to take it very high, but I'll make sure I'm in the middle. And there we go. So now the holes are in, and now I need to get this guy glued back on. Alright, well, let me get that done, and then I'll come back and I'll start showing you the fiber optics. Alright, I got everything cleared out now, and doing some little tweaks. I mean, by getting everything, I got the holes all re-cleaned out from the paint and then me having to re-glue things. So now I'm just going in and going to put these lovelies in, if I don't lose them when I go to put them in. And of course not. So many holes, you think you got it cleared, and then you got to do something like that, and you probably do have it cleared. That sometimes that flash from when you're doing the drilling or doing the you know, getting the hole drilled, it doesn't always come out, and especially with holes this small, it's kind of hard to get it to come out all the way. And usually when I go to put in the fiber optics, it just it should just go in like so. And as you can see on the backside, guys, I'm leaving quite a bit of play length because I want to make sure I have enough to do what I need to do when I go get the paint done and start getting these guys set up. First I got to get these in and then get the lighting done, and I'm going to probably be painting the bottom of these. I'll be painting each of these with my T.B.I clear red, green, blue, and I'm going to do it on the bottom, and I'm going to do it on the top once I get it about switched down, unless the lighting is going through like phenomenally well. So, like I told you, sometimes you might just miss one of those little buggers, and it just throws you off. Okay, there we go. Oh, too far. And because they're so small, I usually don't have to do that, but I wanted to get them cut so I could get them all in here and then do the gluing, or you know, get them secured. And yep. Alright, so okay, well, let me get this finished up, and then when I get moving over to here, I will turn that back on to share with you, because these and this is a little bit smaller. These definitely are smaller than that. And so, alright guys, I'll be back. Alright, I got that bunch in, and now I got where it's set. I'm going to go in and put in my tulip slick. Now, this is going to do two things. It's going to secure the fiber optics, but because I got a lot of things going on with the fiber optics, I want to make sure that I'm light blocking the other colors. If you catch my meaning. So it's not, say, oh, well, the one right beside it's blue and this one's supposed to be red, but why? It's acting blue too. You see what I'm saying? So Tulip Slicks is amazing stuff. I'm just making sure I got enough pulled through, guys. Sorry, give me a second. Dang. That one being a little joke. It does not want to come down. I didn't even put it in that tight. Okay, there we go. Maybe. Okay, good enough. Okay. So now I've got it set up on a couple of T.B.I bottles. So I have that nice little gap right there that I can just do this. And again, that's another reason why I have a lot of length, is because I want to make sure these guys get what they need. And darn it. And while I'm doing that, I gotta make sure I find the ones that fell out before I glue it in. The fun of model building, guys. I love it. Okay. Nope. Went all the way out. Let me get a bit bigger piece here real quick. See, I'm starting to lose them, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why I'm trying to get this done as fast as I can. So I might have to do it like this just to get them in there. And that way I make sure they don't want to have to try to fall out on me. You know? Come on, get in there. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now I'm just going to make sure, I'm going to look at the back. Make sure I got, oh, there's another one I missed that fell out. And you, wow, you are right there. Okay. And sorry guys, I thought this would have been running smoother than it is right now, and it's playing its hiccups with me. Now I'm just looking again to make sure. Okay, okay, right here. Alright. Okay, next time around. So, what I do is I'm going to just let a general good mess of it just get down in here and let it lay down, and if it doesn't lay down I can trim it later, or I can do that. And my paper towel, because I just want to make sure these guys get really good and secured in. And sorry guys, I'm just making sure, because as you move things along you start seeing it. Oh my god, it pushed up. So I'm just making sure everything is out like it needs to be. Looked like one was a little there. Okay, there's the one I was looking after. One of them slid down a little more than the other, and I wanted to make sure I got it up. And sorry guys, I'm just kind of going here. Just kind of having a look at everything. And just making, this is hard. Alright guys, let me get working on this and let me get it secured, and then I'll come back and share with you. Alright, got them in, and yeah, it may look like a mess, but trust me, it'll be fine. And then been using my toothpick to just slowly bring it down in between each one, and then I come back up on the top, and if they come down too much, then I need to go and push them back in. But this way I can get everything I need done and get it cleaned and blacked out. So again, I just come and push back on some of these guys and go there. So now I'm going to finish this, and I'm using a different photo etch filament for here in the smaller holes. So, and I just so you guys can see that, that's how thin this is that I got to use. So, yay! All right, guys. Well, I'm going to keep at it and try to get some more of this done. So, all right, I'll come back when I have more to share. All right, now some fun with the main view screen. Excuse me if I'm coughing or you hear I'm still sick. Getting better, but not great yet. But I'm still sick. So what I'm doing right here, right now, is I'm just drilling some holes down these view screen lights. And the reason I'm doing that is, you see how right there, this is going to allow me to, when I get ready to put these guys in a little bit easier and get somewhere for the light to travel through that tube and not trying to go everywhere else. Basically all I did is I have just take my drill, my hand drill, because yeah, and I just basically, this is it. I just hand drill it out, drill the hole. Sorry if you can't. Let me see if I can do something. There we go. And as you see, and also when you're doing that, sometimes you just definitely bring it out, wipe it down, the drill, the drill, because it, with this cast, it likes to sit in the drill bit and not actually come all the way out. And then there we go. So you see what I'm saying? That little bit of fun. So, and now got that. And that's all I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm going through and drilling these. So after I get them drilled and taken care of, I'll turn the camera back on and see where we go from there. Alright guys, got them all drilled out and already testing them. As you can see, I'm widening the back up, focus, widening the back up so that it fits the nano LED better, as you can tell. And basically what I did is I put one of these bits for my CAD drum, and basically I just did this. I just angled it, try to keep it with it, and just do a little bit at first because I want to see and make sure I'm dusting, because I don't want to go too deep and I don't want to go too crazy, as you can see there. Now just clean that off, and now what I'll do, I'll zoom this out now. Now what I'll do is I'll go back in with my drill bit and I'll push that down, clean that out, as you can see. So let's see if I can do this for you guys on camera. Okay, see, and just cleaning these out, and get the next one, and oof. Yep. Sorry guys, got into a thought process there, and I'm sorry about that. So again, all I'm doing is I'm just cleaning them out a little bit, and well, trying to get the big part of that cleaned out. Come in and I'll dust. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto blade and I'll put the tip in, and I'm just going to widen that up a little bit more to make sure that hole looks really good. Kind of like so, and then make sure everything is still going through. Yay. So, and then I'll check, I'll get one of my little bulbs and I'll come here and I'll check to see if it fits pretty darn good. Fits really good. So, yay. So, I'm going to keep working on it, guys, and I'll come back when I'm finished with it. So, stay tuned. Well, good morning. It is Saturday, and today I actually get to spend a great amount of time on the bridge. Excuse me, still sick. Still, I'm getting better, still fighting, but alright, so yesterday I told you I drilled those out and I was going to show you the best way to place these in. Now, off camera I tried CA because I thought it'd be good, and then I can go back over with the tulip slick. But the problem with CA is sometimes on these nanos is, man, it can tear them. I've already had to fix one. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to play that game. So what I'm doing is I am going to hot glue them in, and then I am going to go over with tulip slick. Now the problem that I have 10 LEDs. I should have gotten 12 to complete it, and I didn't. So that's my bad. So guys, if you do order this stuff from Evans Supply, see if you can get a 12, because 10 is not going to cover it. But it is what it is. I love the stuff that Evans does, and so that's why I'm using it on this. And this is a chaser LED. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've already shaped the wire where I need it. Then I'm going to just take it and basically I'm going to put it like, well, maybe. Okay, I'm going to do that. It fits in that hole. Next thing I do is I run the wires everywhere just so I can, you know, craziness. And then basically all I do is I just squeeze it on there, get it really good, and then I'll take my finger and I press down. That helps seat it, and that will help make sure that is sealed. And sometimes when you bring your finger back, be careful, because sometimes that glue is so hot. or it gets sticky if you get too hot and it's not cooled down enough. So there's 5. Let's see. Let's go with, why don't I go ahead and put you there? That would be the smart thing, right? And clean up some of that cobweb. There we go. Now I'll do 6. And I have these grouped right now, just so it's easier to work with, so I can keep the chase in line. And like I said, I want to make sure I get those in there really good. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of bending. And that's the great thing about Evans, is they got this nice metallic lead wire, and it's awesome. But again, just like that, and might have been a little bit more than I wanted to, but that's okay. That is okay. So, and now I'll put that finger on the back, and I'll slowly peel my finger up. That is very important, guys. Pull that finger up. So, and yes, I have them taped to keep them in certain groups. That way, like I said, I could make sure I could make sure I keep them in the order the right way. But let's do it again. Okay. Yep. As you can see, sometimes you just got to play with it. Sometimes your fingers just get in the way too. Okay, there we go. And just put a little bit down. Then I'll come back with my finger and make sure it's still in place, and I'll push it there. Because when I'm holding it to get the glue down, it's not very tight, and doing this comes back and gets it tighter and gets it seated very, very good. Okay. Okay, grab you. So that was 7. This is 8. Oh, shoot. Darn it. Look at that. I missed one. I went from 5 to 6, 7. So, oops. This is why I also like the glue. Because it's not as detrimental when you make a mistake like I just did. So, let's see if we can get this done right now. Okay. And here is number 4. Gosh, I can't believe I did that. Oh well, I can actually, because I do it all the time. So now I'm going to come back in and I'm going to clean that glue out very gently. And that's the great thing about sometimes with this hot glue. Man, it definitely does the job. Get that clean. Hey, come on now. At least it was only 2. Come on now. That's sometimes the fun with working with, when you make a mistake like that, you really gotta and if I need to, I will take my handy dandy drill and I will come and I will drill down again because of that glue and just pop it out just like that. See? Alright, now that's out better, and now I can actually pick at it a little bit more. Okay, so we have, what did I do? So there's 1, 2, 3. See, I told you, I messed it all up. I was like, oh, where? Shoot, 5. I didn't. Yeah, look. So it's a good lesson. See, told you. Get that out of the way, and get this little guy cleaned back out. It's the fun of this sometimes. It's just getting in here and getting it clean back out. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try this again, everybody. Alright, first I'm going to take the tape that's been holding it off, because I think that's been kind of messing with it. Because I've got everything grouped again. and so I can run the wiring better. All right. So let's go. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I want to get it all the way so it's not going crazy on those other wires. So I got a little bit more play. Okay. Let's see if I can do it again. This time the right way. Alright, so here is 4. Okay. And again, I will do what I did the last time. I'll do that. And then I'll come in and I'll put my finger down and get it pressed good. Okay. Now, where are you, Mr. 5? There you are, Mr. 5. Alright. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. And see, told you guys, this stuff just it's great. Trust me on that. I love this. And normally I'd be doing all the wiring, but it was great that Evans already had it done. So heck yeah, save me some definite work. So let's go right there. Make sure it's going to fit in. Okay, it is. Give it a little bit more glue. And give it a good press. Yay! Okay, now we can go to Mr. 6 with all that lovely extra. So, alright, that's 7, that's fine. See, guys, told you, got to keep always looking. So here comes Mr. 6. And come on now. And again, just have to play with it because you see where it's at. And hopefully with that little bit of glue, nope, see? That's alright, we can do this. Alright. Okay. Here we go. There's 6. And push. And now that one's done. We'll get to, there's 4, 3. Alright, where are you? 7. Oh, there you are, Mr. 7, 7, 8. Okay. And again, twist it just a little bit. Make sure it sits better in there. And a little bit of hot glue. Okay. And now number 8. And here we go. Cobwebs, I tell you. So here's number 8. Sometimes. Okay, you're in. Now we'll come over here and I'll grab 9 and I'll complete that board, that run. And then okay, come on now. Darn stuff, I tell you. Alright, come on now. There we go. Okay, so I got Mr. 9. Just trying to make sure. Alright, there's 10. There's 9. Let's get 10 out of the way. And go ahead and get Mr. 9 ready. Hopefully. And there we go. Come on now. Sometimes you gotta wiggle the finger. There we go. Alright, now because I didn't order enough on this line, I am going to take number 10, and I have cut out more for the light, and I'm going to put it pretty much, I've cut a line in between, and what I'm going to do is, first I am going to get the LED in there where I want it, hopefully, and then I'm going to go back and actually do, even actually right there, I put a little bit extra more glue down so that I can make sure it's going to go all the way through, and when I go to put tulip slick, I'm not blocking out the other two holes. That's why I used the glue to go through there and put this in the middle, I think. Okay, so these guys are all now up and in. Let's do a quick test. So, turn on my power supply. Love that thing. Oh, I really love that thing. And let's go with Mr. Positive and grab Mr. Negative. That is cool, huh? Hold on. Let me turn that off. Let me turn this one off. Look at that. That is beautiful. I am impressed. I like that. That actually worked out even better. That actually worked out a heck of a lot better. Yay! Alright. Take you off. Oh, come on. Get out of there. Take you off. Power off. Turn my lights back on. And white light you out real quick. So, yay! That actually worked out really, really good. And when I go to fill these up, I'm going to use micro crystal clear. I'm going to do one more paint because I got to do this. So I'm going to mask all this off and paint this again. And then when this paint's done, then I'll go put that micro crystal clear. But now for the really fun part, and getting this all tidied up and ready to go. So I'll make sure I'm going to put some tulip slick on there and let it get to its point, and then start wrapping things up with this. At least for the lights, and then I'm going to start working on the consoles again. But I'm trying to figure out which one I want. I'm trying to figure out either the star field or the planet, and I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with the star field. I like the star field. That, I mean, yeah, you know, they're always going to planets and all that, and there's borders, but I want the starfield because it's a 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one's gone before. So yes, I want that space scene to represent that. So, yeah, and also I need to go ahead and start getting these guys. I'm gonna start working it into here a little bit more. I gotta put a little bit of black out on that and go from there. So, alright guys, let me get things moved around and we'll get on to working on the consoles. Alright, got some lunch and yes, starting to work on the screens. There's quite a bit into it, and it shouldn't be that much, but I cut these wrong, and when I first cut them out, now that I got the screen, I have to do a little bit more trimming, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this. This has got the tulip slick, and then I went ahead and did black that. And then after this dries, I'm going to start running all this into here. That's the plan anyway. And then I got to do a little bit more painting, touch up some painting there, and then get this all painted. And that's there. But like I said, I'm starting to work on these. Excuse me. And I kind of agree with, I was watching Lou DeMasso, Aztec Dummy. He's building the Ferengi shuttle, And I was watching them, I followed with them. And sometimes I get too much going on. I need to focus on just one item and get it done to where I can, or get it finished and then move on. And the first thing I thought is like, well, I'm doing all this great stuff on the bridge, or I mean the main viewer and all that, and I'm getting these starting to go. But I've decided, yes, I am definitely going to get on those, but I want to get put to the bridge, the front wall where the main viewer is, squared away, good to go, be done. Then I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to even think about it anymore. So what I'm doing right now is, this is the photo etch piece from Paragraphics, and then I put masking in, and I kind of got a feeling I shouldn't have. I thought it would be good because then, you know, you can light from the back and all that, but you know, the more I looked at the screenshots and watched back and watched the series, yes, these are definitely lit up, but they're not completely flat. There's a little bit to them. So right now what I'm doing is just trying to get all the masks that I had in there, get those out, and I'm going to go and drill the hole. That's the plan, if I can get all these masks out. Because they're little, and I do mean little, and I have to go get some more X-Acto blades because I'm out, and my front tip is just not enough to get it done. So yeah, that's what I'm working on, and what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to start going through and getting these, what I can of the masks out of the way, and then I'll turn the camera back on and show you the next part that I'm going to do. But before I get too focused in on consoles and all that, I'm going to start at the front of the bridge, the main viewer, and here, and then I'm going to start working my way back. For some reason, that just seems to fit for me, and there is not much left to do to these guys except get them lit and get them ready to go. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll turn the camera back on when I got more to share. Alright, well, got them cleared out enough as I can, and I'm going to take my Dremel and one of my micro bits and do this. So, forgive the noise, but it's pretty easy. You just got to be really careful with these micro bits because they can snap really easy. And trust me, I have breaking more than I care to admit. But, you know, make sure you keep cleaning it off as you go so you can actually see. And like I said, I'm not going very far in. I'm just doing enough to get the hole made. And it's always a good idea every few times, stop your drill or your Dremel and clean off the plastic so that you can make sure you're getting there good. And I am. So let's go, and I'm going to only do this one for you, and I'll turn it off so you don't have to hear the Dremel. But again, and make sure you wipe the debris down, because I thought I was in the right spot sometimes, but because of the debris, I was way off. Okay, now we'll go to this side and do the same thing. Give me just a second here, guys. I want to make sure. I'm wanting to make sure. You see, that's why you got to clean this, because the more plastic you get on it, the hotter it gets, and then it can start warping things. I just want to make sure. So definitely make sure you clean this off, because it was getting tougher for me to get it in, and I was trying to figure out why, and it's because I hadn't cleaned it. Just like that, guys, and just come back every bit and just clean it. And the reason it's like this is because, one, I'm going through glue, because when I glued this down, and two, I'm trying to get through all the paint. So that's the start of it. I'll get these finished up, and I don't want to make you guys keep listening to that Dremel. And then we'll go to the next step on that. So I'll be back. Okay, got them all drilled out, and I know I showed you I used the tulip slick on the console on Sulu and Chekhov station helm, but I'm going to try something different this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have, let's say, this group here all the way cut out. Then I'm going to use my microcrystal clear. What I want to do is I just kind of want to just lather it on there a little bit and then just push these guys through. So that's the plan. So let me get things cut up and ready to go, and let's see what I can get done. Okay, got them all cleaned out, got them all cut and ready to go. Just doing some last little things here. Getting some of these little greebles cleaned up. Okay, so what my plan is this time is what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pretty much load up on the crystal clear and just get it all in there, and then what I'll do is I will come and start putting these guys in, just like, maybe with my fingers instead, just like so. Nothing too hard, just trying to get it in there, and that way it starts to dry, or when it does dry, it'll make sure all that is on there. So that's basically what I'm doing this time, guys. I'm just kind of wanting to make sure that I don't keep dropping things, and so just kind of like that, and I just keep going at it, and sometimes my tweezers want to be nice, and sometimes they just want to fight me every which way. See? Now let's put you over here. Let's get a longer one. And go here. And here. Maybe. Nope. It wants to play. Of course, I told you. And I've already cleaned these holes out quite a bit. And I do mean quite a bit. So, I'll find it here later. And then just keep going in like this. And maybe, if I can get to it. Darn thing. Don't worry, I got more. I got fiber optics, that's for dang sure. Dang it. I need to get a better pair of tweezers to handle these smaller things, because that happens on parts too. It just starts, I think I got a good grip, and then as I try to grip more, it snaps out, and that bugs the crap out of me, and I don't know why. And I mean, I know why. I'm not paying enough good attention, and well, that is why. And okay. Yep. And right here. Nope. Guess not. You didn't want to go in, huh? Yep. There we go. And I know where it went. It's still up here on the table. I'll have to find it later. Okay. And right. Okay. And now I'm just going to let them sit there. And if I need to, I can always add more glue to that area if I need to. And go from there. So basically, that's easier than the other way I showed you guys on the helm. I shouldn't have done it that way to begin with. But, alright. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. So I'm going to finish getting these in and see what else can get done before I got to close down for the day. And finally get a video up that I haven't been able to do for a couple of weeks. Because I've been, like I said, I've been pretty sick. So, alright. Well, I'm going to get back at it, guys. See you in a bit. Wow. Alright. That's a lot of fiber optics, guys. But they're all now in. Yay. Like I said, I like trying this crystal clear. So we're going to see how well that works. And as I need to, I can add more or less. But yeah. A lot of fiber optics. So yay! And, so let me get things cleaned up, guys. I'll be back. Alright, well this is where I'm going to end it. Got some electrical going finally. Get a little closer there. And start working on the consoles, and then you guys heard me say, yep, got to finish one thing before I start another one. And got the fiber optics run. So my plan is to get this part done and then start working around. Plus I started, I did do fiber optics on, get in there. I did fiber optics onto the console for helm and nav, getting that started, and started working on getting some brushing done for the panels. But that'll be, you guys saw that. So, okay guys, with that, please have a safe, wonderful, and happy weekend. Have a safe and wonderful, happy work week next week, and I'll see you guys back here on the bench.